Our next speaker is Kristyn Owers. Is Kristyn here? Owers, sorry. Welcome, Kristyn.
Thank you. Oh, shoot. Okay. My name is Kristyn. I'm an education worker, and I have a few concerns about the proposed amendments. First of all, I believe that they are unconstitutional. You've heard a lot of quotes around the Constitution, which sections of the Constitution, around religion, creed, right to bodily integrity, also the Nuremberg Code, and the medical consent laws. Next, I also believe that the amendments are based on fear rather than investigation. I do not worry about students who are unvaccinated. There is no risk. There's far more risk from people who've just had a live attenuated vaccine, such as the current measles vaccine, the nasal spray, the flu nasal spray vaccine, and also the whooping cough vaccine. And there are others that have got live attenuated viruses in them. Some blame the recent outbreaks on children who've not been vaccinated. However, in BC, the majority of cases occurred in vaccinated people. In New Brunswick, the number of cases who were vaccinated and not been vaccinated have not been released. So one can only assume that those people are fully vaccinated, because if they weren't vaccinated, everyone would know about it. What happens when vaccinations are mandated? In places where students have been mandated to go to in places where students have been mandated to have vaccinations, the enrollment numbers go down. California saw the largest decline in enrollment last year, 34,135 students. New York just mandated vaccinations earlier this year. New York politicians, as well as Trump, blamed the measles outbreak on Orthodox Jews. It came as no surprise that there was an attack on a synagogue that Passover. Now, why was it on Passover? Because that's when most people would be there. Why was it in California? Because there's been a vaccination crusade there since 2015, where they first mandated the education sessions, or re-education sessions, and since then they've removed all exemptions. So Ontario has followed the same model with similar outcomes. Since the re-education camps, no one has been converted. Now, are we going to follow the same model where we start to look at a religious group and ostracize them and wait for whatever hate crime is going to happen? Would there be a hate crime in North York, or is it going to be in Ford Country to a mosque? Okay. If you have mandated vaccinations, people are going to need to homeschool or private school their children. Many people cannot afford that. In Italy, mandated vaccinations. Italy has mandated vaccinations in schools. Daycares and schools have closed down as a result. In Australia, mothers have created their own social and education networks.
And you're just over 3 minutes. I'm going to ask you to finish in a sentence.
Okay. If they were mandated in TDSB, 3% of the students would go. That's 7,500 students. That would be 930 education workers who would be out of a job. Doug Ford's cuts have only been have been 285. This is far worse than Ford.
Thank you.
If you want to make Ford look good, keep doing it.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions for Kristyn? Okay, just before our next speaker.